Welcome to week 5. You are in the week 5's activities Dropbox. You're viewing this video, so you're already on your way to completing the first activity, which is the explanation of this week. The second activity is our social emotional learning activity. You're going to view a video this week that explains the social emotional cultural anchor competencies framework. This is the framework. I'm hoping you can see it. I can't tell if you can see it since I don't see myself in the video here, but I'm hoping you see this and that the video will be explaining this framework, which is our basis, our focus of social emotional learning in the classroom. And I'm just going to explain a little bit about it. We have the anchor competencies in this tan ring here, and then in the teal ring here, you have teacher behaviors or teacher moves is what they call it in regards to the anchor competencies. Goals are in the middle. You'll learn more about that as you view the video and as we work on this framework over the semester. So what you need to do is after you've viewed the video, you will then click on this link here to go to the Padlet, and you're going to provide information for at least 5 of the 8 competencies that you know here. You're going to use the anchor competency for that information and information from the video. Don't worry if you don't know a lot. You don't have to go research. If you want to, you're certainly welcome to, but you're going to add what you know, at least what you know right now. As we go ahead, you're going to add more to your repertoire. This is kind of like looking at your past experiences, your past knowledge in regards to anything you might know about the anchor competencies. Last week you took the survey. This week we're going to start to delve into the anchor competencies and learn more about them. This week in Literacy Circle, you'll discuss your Batchelder book. Be sure to create your posting for this book in your Reader's Response blog. Don't forget to send me the link if you haven't already for your group so I can meet with you. I get very excited about meeting with you because it's the only time I really get to see you. I get to see your work online, but I don't get to see you while you're working asynchronously online. This week is all about authenticity and translation. We're going to be viewing a video in regards to a book that's written by a cultural outsider. After viewing the video, A Day's Work by Eve Bunting, respond to this question. Do you think a book written by a cultural outsider, who is Eve Bunting, can be still authentic or valid, even if it has some inaccuracies? Use examples from this book to support your opinion. You may use the PowerPoint presentation information or articles from the group work to support the examples you cite from the book. Please post your response to this in a Word document in this Dropbox. This is the PowerPoint here. And the last activity this week, last independent activity, we have a group activity. Your last independent activity is to evaluate the authenticity of children's literature. Here are some simple questions to evaluate authenticity of children's literature. This is the link. You can click on that. And using your multicultural book from your virtual discussion group or a literature representing diverse populations book from your self-selected library, respond to the simple questions to evaluate authenticity. Determine if the book that you are evaluating is authentically based on the questions you've responded to for this activity. Create a Word document and post this work in this Dropbox here. And last but not least is the group activity. I'm going to take you there right now. In the group activity, you are being asked to, and let me get to that, look at writing a culturally relevant children's book. You don't need to write a culturally relevant children's book, but you need to take a look at it. Each member of the group should select one of the articles below. Now there are 5 articles. There are only 4 members in each group, so one article won't be read unless somebody wants to do a second article. I'll give you extra credit if that's the case and you're the person who wants to read the second article, because then you will read it and you'll post a brief synopsis of the article for the other members of the group to read. Now using a Web 2.0 tool, and you have seen those before, and here's another link to 3 websites for Web 2.0 tools. I'm looking at you to try some new technology out. So looking at those Web 2.0 tools, pick one that you may not have used yet and create a list of what it takes or does not take to write a culturally relevant children's book. You're going to use information from your articles, information from the PowerPoint to create this list. When your group has exhausted all the information from the articles and PowerPoint as well as personal experience, then you will know your group's list is done. I have included 2.0 tools here to select from this folder. Post this tool in this Dropbox. So you're going to take and pick one of these. And I know some of them are something you might need to learn, but your group will need to decide on a 2.0 tool, a Web 2.0 tool, and after you have created the synopsis so everybody knows what each of the articles are about, you're going to create a list that you're going to create together as a group, and you're going to put that in one of the Web 2.0 tools. That is all the work that needs to be done this week. If you have questions, please don't hesitate to ask me. Otherwise, I'll see you in Literacy Group or I'll see you online. Have a great week.